Now I'm going to draw tone on this portrait. First of all, we need to think about what pencils we've got. I've got a 2B and a 4B. So if you try and think about how you can create a range of tones, you can press quite lightly. So this is my 2B pencil. And then you can put more pressure on your pencil each time. And you can see at the moment I've got 4 different tones. The pencil's broke. You can go across and over the top to create another tone, so that's 5 tones. Now if I switch to my 4B pencil, that's really dark, and the 4B is really soft, so you don't have to press that hard to get a really dark tone. If you had a HB as well, that would create a really soft tone. So how do we do that in a portrait? Well, the easiest thing is to take a photo of yourself and turn it into black and white so you can see the light and dark. If you're able to increase the contrast in your photograph, that will help you even more. Okay, so let's start with the lightest tones. Think about if you're left-handed or right-handed, because you can end up really smudging your drawing if you're moving across the paper. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start on the left-hand side. And I'm going to start with the lightest tones. So I've got a HB pencil. And what I'm going to do, so really lightly sketching in thinking about the direction of my pencil, so I want to think about the contours of the face, so I'm going to have some upward movements. And I'm pressing quite lightly, so it's a really, really light tone. If you use your pencil slightly on the side as well, you can cover a bigger area quickly. Okay, so it doesn't look like much at the moment because it's quite sketchy, but I can improve that as I go. So, have I got any shadows on the light side of my face? I do have a bit of a line there. Got a shadow here. The nostrils, sketch them quite dark, press a bit hard. And as you're using tone, what you're doing is trying to create the illusion of 3D, trying to make this look not like a cartoon, but give it some realism. So we're not just outlining, we're trying to vary our pencil marks, our mark making, and trying to vary our tones. Okay, so this is the lightest areas that I can see on the left-hand side. The light is coming on my face on the left-hand side, so the right-hand side is more in shadow. So let's switch to a 2B pencil, because that is softer and that will allow me to get the dark tones without pressing too hard. Okay, I don't want to go too dark, but because my hair is falling in front of my face, it's casting a shadow there. Now if you don't want to get smudge marks all over your hands, get something like some kitchen towel or another sheet of paper, place it there to rest your hand on. So you notice I haven't outlined the nose, I'm just making some marks at the top and marks at the bottom. I'm doing this quite quickly, just as a quick demonstration. I want you to take care when you do your own one. Keep your pencils sharp. When you've got a soft 2B pencil, you'll need to sharpen it more. And under there, there's a lot of shadow, so I'm going to press harder. Okay, so we need to do the lips and the eyes. If you're drawing from a mirror, squint your eyes and it allows you to see tone a lot clearer. So the top lip is darker than the bottom lip. You can go over areas. If you don't like scribbly pencil marks, just go over the same area that you've drawn in a different direction and it smooths it out. To do a good portrait in tone, you just need to allow enough time to finish it and keep working on it. It won't be something you can do quickly. So with my 2B pencil, I'm just working into areas. So the eyes, I love leaving them till last because they're the funnest things to do. So I see like a border on the iris that's darker and the pupil's really dark, but I'm going to leave that. If you've got light coloured eyes, you might be able to notice the lines that you get. And I think it looks quite nice to draw from the centre outward, draw lots of tiny close together lines. And there's shadow on the top of the eye, so I'm pressing harder there. Don't leave the whites of the eyes white, because actually they will look too cartoony, so I'm just going to add a bit of soft shadow. Okay, and the pupil's really dark, so I'm going to leave a tiny bit of light, the highlight, because that's important to make it look real. And I'm just going to go over that with a soft pencil so it looks a bit darker at the top. Okay, hair. So judge whether your hair is darker than your face. I would say everyone's, even maybe depending on what your skin tone is. Most of us have darker hair than our skin tone. So I'm going to do lines. So looking at how your hair grows, does your hair grow down or does it grow up? Is it short and spiky? Is it wavy? So think about the lines you use. I'm using long wavy lines and they're going from the crown of the head down. Now because my hair covers my ear, I'm not actually going to have my ear, so I'll rub that out. So it's getting better the more I add. So at first you might not like your drawing, but you can't really judge it until you've spent time on it and really put all your effort in and then have a look at it at the end. Because if I stop there, I'd think, oh, that hair looks awful. I'm just going to keep going. I'm using a soft pencil just because it's so much easier and quicker to draw with a soft pencil. And you can use the tip of the pencil or the side of the pencil. The tip gives you much more of a sharper line and the side gives you a thicker line. What you can do as well is you can just shade with the side of your pencil if you've got a dark tone. And then add some lines on top. That's the shadow side of the hair. If you try to draw this with just a normal HB pencil, you would struggle, so it's really good to have a 2B pencil. It's just probably the best all-rounder. But if you can get 4B as well, that'd be brilliant. So I need to put my napkin here because I'm starting to smudge my own drawing. So at this point you can use a rubber if you want to add light bits to the hair. To highlight, maybe the sun's catching a bit of highlight there. You could, just looking at the skin tones there, I'm going to go over with a HB so it doesn't look quite so streaky. Rather than drawing individual eyelashes, I think it's best just to do a slightly thick line. Try and do little lines for your eyebrows. Keep looking, don't make it up. Just keep looking and observing. So I'm going to leave it there and wish you luck with your tonal drawing, and I look forward to seeing them.